Hello everybody, this is Qua. Today we'll be reviewing the NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2-pack with Casey Jones and Raphael in disguise. And yes, I have opened this up, but I put them in the box just because at the time I didn't know where to put them really. And I kind of still don't because they have like 9,000 fucking accessories. So, yeah. That and I don't have with my current living situation, I can't really do like what I did before. I'm like, oh, just Ninja Turtle shelf. Yeah, I can't really do that. So, yeah. But anyways, we'll just get into look at the box here. Pretty nice. You got some art there of Casey, or photography, I should say. Same thing with Raph, and yeah, pretty nice, pretty nice. And this is mimicking, I think, the poster of the original movie, and I believe these are all the action figures, if I'm not mistaken, because I think you can see like some of the seam joints and stuff like that. Then they're all making the faces that the figures make. So yeah, bottom of the box. Okay, and then I'm just gonna pause it and then take everything out, and then we'll go from there. Okay, here's the Raphael and fucking Casey right next to each other. And I'm just gonna bring out some other NECA figures just to compare size wise. Here's a NECA Predator. I gotta get his feet straightened a little. And then a NECA Jason Voorhees, who's also a hockey mask connoisseur. And yeah, and you can see Raphael's quite short in comparison, but I will say he does make up in bulk. But yeah, so that's just the size comparison there. And then I'll bring out some more average stuff. So here's a Marvel Legends Spider-Man. It's the Renew Your Vows one. And then a Cobra Viper from the Python Patrol, Python Patrol Viper from the G.I. Joe Declassified line. About roughly the same height as Raphael. To be fair, Marvel Legends and Classified are kind of in a weird size scaling, as they're not exactly 6-inch. I would say they're almost 7, but not 7, because they don't scale with true 7-inch, which is like these, because they're still 6-inch, but they're not 6-inch. It's kind of weird, because in theory, the Spider-Man should actually be the same height as Casey if it was 7-inch, but it isn't. But it's not true 6-inch. Okay, now I changed the position of the camera so it's lower and closer. But yeah, no, but as I was saying, yeah, no, Spider-Man should be about Casey's height if it was 7-inch, and it's not. But it's not 6. It's fucking weird. I know there's people who could explain that shit better than me. But yeah. Anyways, we're just gonna move them out of the way. And do they suffer the NECA QC? Well, let's find out. Bend easy. Perfect. Rotation, good. Rotation, nothing stiff. Good. Good. Casey passes the QC. Raph. Now, I believe the waist don't move. I would have to take off the coat, which we will do later, as it is possible. Joints can bend. Head moves perfectly. And perfect. Works pretty good. Pretty good. Now, I'll take off this hat so that way you can see his face better. And actually, let me change the lighting in here real quick. There you go. Add some lights. That way you'd be able to see that better. His eyes, I don't know how well you can see that, but yeah. They're very... These Neca Ninja Turtle figures are fucking painted beautifully. The turtles are. Casey doesn't come with an alternate unmasked face, but he is painted pretty good, pretty well. My only complaint about the Casey figures, his arms look a little on the thin side, but other than that, it's a pretty good figure. We do get accessories. We'll go over Casey's accessories first before... Actually, we'll go over Raph's. I almost said Rolf's. Raph's accessories first. You get his 2 sides, which you can hold in his hand. Like so. Boop. You get like this hand. You got that hand. You get kind of a pointing hand. Another pointing hand. Or you could put the sigh in between there, I suppose. Do it kind of like that, I suppose. Oh yeah, and then you get a pizza, which you could technically fit in one of those hands. You got multiple different type of bandana options. And of course the hat. And yeah, that's all of Raphael's accessories. So coming to look at Casey now. We get this hockey stick, I presume. Another hockey stick. Except this one is for sure a hockey stick. A golf club, which does weirdly have a lot of movement there, but I know this would snap like a fucking twig. It's Neca. It's going to, if too much force is applied. You got these little cricket bats. No, this is the cricket bat. Forget what the fuck these two are for. Or maybe these, I don't fucking know cricket. Anyways, you get these. So, yeah. And then you got a thing to hold everything. And then you got a gripping hand. He has 2 fists on his hand. Raphael has his holding hands. You got a pointing hand. You got a kind of scooped hand, I guess you would say. You got a gripping hand. You got a very smaller gripping hand. Presume it's more for the golf club than anything. And then you got the same small gripping hand on the other side. So, yeah. You got options. Yeah, 90 degrees. A little bit above 90 there. You got waist. It doesn't go all the way, but yeah. The head can look down that far. He can't really go up that far because of the hair. Same thing with side to side. Yeah, but yeah, if you get into Raph, you can take the backpack off, but it is the backpack's the only part I worry about breaking when doing this, just because it's kind of it's a little like okay, you could pop Raph's head off, I think. I could have sworn I've done it before, but okay, yeah, there you go. Boop, pop off. If you pop his head off and then just kind of flip the backpack over, that's literally the easiest way to take off the backpack, because you face no resistance. And yeah, so that's backpack. And to undo everything, you just pull that out. Pull that like so. You're pretty much just undoing everything. Whoop. Whoop. And then we'll just take this off. Which might be easier said than done. Okay. It's nice tailored. Looks nice. But we're taking this off so we could look at articulation on these Ninja Turtles. So, fuck. Okay, there we go. Whew. That was a fucking struggle. Okay, there we go. So, you get a really good amount of head. Arm goes about that far up. You do get a little bit forward, not a whole lot, but there is a little bit of give. You can also go side to side a little. Also, a neat thing too is you can put the size back. And yeah, is due to you had the armband here, you can only get about 90. You do get a little elbow swivel. You do get a knee swivel. That's the one thing about a lot of Neca stuff. You get knee swivels, but you don't really get a thigh swivel. You get some movement in the thighs, but it's not like crazy by any means. That is just the Neca thing. It's not to break the sculpt, but they still give you that rotation in the knee, so that way you still got kind of that somewhat. But yeah, I get why Neca does it. Not my preferred method, but I prefer it over not having anything in that department. McFarlane toys. But yeah. Anyways. Yeah. It again, these Neca movie turtles just look fucking awesome, man. Like, let's see if I can get everything in here. Let's get the golf club in there first. Do that by the handle side, actually. That'll be easier for the cricket bat. Yeah, I'll remove that. Okay, so for this, you're gonna have to remove Casey's head, which is really easy. And then just kind of put it over like so. And then, well, obviously, reapply the head on. And, yeah. You get that. So, you could have him holding the stuff. If you have the hands, I have the fist hands in. It's quite simple. You just pull it out. It may not feel the best pulling it out, but yeah, it's what you got. So working with what you got. Got the small. No, that's the bigger hand. Shaking intensely. But yeah, no. Okay, like with Casey, it's a little bit getting him hard to stand just because of how his feet are. With Raph, it's easier, but they scale well. Neca's always been good at making sure things scale appropriately. But yeah, they look look nice together. Like I was saying again, they just look really fucking good. I'll show you how to redo Raph's thing. So all we gotta do, pop off his head. Boop. First thing we do, move the arms backwards like so. And push that back in. Boop. Boop. Oh man, my stomach is starting to get pissy. Oh fun. Okay. Okay. So you just kind of, with this, you just kind of rewrap it through. That's really all you do here. It's not the easiest thing to get back through, but it's not the worst. It's like I've had harder times with other stuff. Okay, yeah, so you get it, wrap it through. You're gonna get it through the other side as well. That's one of those things that's easier said than done. There we go. Just pull. There's also wrappings I realized on his arms, but those are sewed. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so I'll try and get it through this last one here. Fuck. Again, easier said than done. There we go. You pull that like so, and then we'll raise the arm. And now we will pull this through. Okay, then you gotta kind of line this up somewhat, because if you don't, you're in for a doozy. Okay, so once you get it kind of lined up as much as you want it to get lined up, you now have to push the second roll through again, through this side, and then you do it through that hole, and then you're pretty good. Just in the sakes of making this of doing this quicker, you could of course use one of the sides to get just ever so enough space to get through, and then that last hoop is usually actually the easiest one for me. Boop. There you go. And then you could just plop back on Raphael's fucking head. Okay, that's if it wants to go back on. Shit. Fucking hell. I have to do this off camera because I can't really do it on camera. It's one of those things where it's a pain in the ass trying to do on camera, but doing it off camera is so much fucking easier. Wow, it really does not want to go back in. Okay, there we go. Fuck. Oh yeah, we forgot one more crucial step. Which involves the backpack. Okay, so remove the bandana off the head so that way we could do our little fancy dancy trick and getting the backpack on. Boop. There we go. And then you can put your bandana of choice back on. Boop. Boop. There we go. And we got that back on. These are faux pockets, I think. Oh no, those are actual pockets. That is actually kind of fucking neat. So you could put his little size in the pockets, which is pretty neat. If I do say so myself. But yeah. And of course you could put the hat back on and bap. You got your Raphael and your Casey. Now, fucking Playmates is doing their movie version Turtles again, which if you compare them to the NECA versions, they look like a pile of dog shit. It's like comparing a like the Kitty line, like the Transformer Authentics, to like a Masterpiece figure. It's kind of like that, not to that degree, but you get where I'm getting at. But yeah, it's bad, like real bad. And they're releasing I think it was either Donatello or a Michelangelo in the trench coat outfit. And they're doing a Leo. I know the Leo one was for sure. And even though they weren't in the trench coat in the movie, it was only Raphael. Found that weird and odd. And yeah, no, that's happening. So yeah, and people are probably gonna buy it because they're like, oh, this is the best movie figure. Ninja Turtles movie figure, and it's actually not. It goes to the Neca ones. Just because they overall, just NECA's better shelf presence is the best way to describe it. But also NECA's tolerances are probably better than Playmates. I don't know how those Playmates movie molds are, which those are like decades old at this point. Not like 2, but like they're definitely like 10 years for sure. I think they might be older than that, but I know for sure they're not a decade. But yeah. And also I just wanted to talk about these because I don't know. I bought these and just never talked about them. So figured, why not? You know, 'tis the season to, I guess, just talk about random stuff, I suppose. But yeah, no. I do recommend the set if you're able to find it. I've been seeing these a lot more lately in my local area, which is kind of weird because when I bought this set, it was almost impossible to find any NECA TMNT stuff. So your mileage may vary drastically, but yeah. This has been me, Kwa. I'm signing out here. You guys have a great one. Peace.